Hello, welcome back. We are finally on the episode I feel like I have been wanting to talk about for a very long time, which is comparison is the thief of joy. I just came back from my trip in LA. That was a week, and it was so much fun. But being there really put things back into perspective. Things are so surface level at times. What we see is what we perceive. Look at me. Anyways, today I just feel like I've been wanting to talk about this for a very long time, and I'm also in the midst of filming an LA vlog. I'm not sure if I'm gonna post it yet, but I'm in the midst of doing it. I had the best time in LA. The best time. I'm already planning my next trip up there. I got to meet some really amazing people. It was so go, 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 back to back to back to back. But being there really made me see how connected we all are and how disconnected. Hollywood was everything that I kind of thought it was gonna be in the best way. And I think for me, it was really fun because of the perspective and the mindset that I came in with everything. Leaving it made me feel like I know I can be here. And being surrounded by like-minded people that also do what I do, and being able to talk to them and just like coexist in the same area, I was just like, wow, this is definitely something that I can do. It just made me fall in love more and more with my career. Anyways, I had the best time in LA. So I've been wanting to talk about this for a second now, so let's just dive into it. Comparison is the thief of joy. The first thing I have written down on here is,
we are all floating in space, bro.
We are all a little pebble in space floating. Nothing's really that deep, okay? So let's just start there. There's no point in comparing, number one. Let's put our perspective where we are. Because the reality of the situation is that we're all specks in space. Let's start there with that perspective. I believe in almost every sense, comparison is not beneficial and is honestly just stealing away from happiness. Now, people compare, whether that be career, looks, money, relationships, family life, success. And by the way, success cannot be measured by any of the things that I was listing. Someone can have it all written down on paper of what you think somebody who is successful would have. On paper, they can have it all, but inside, they might not feel worthy at all. They might not feel successful inside. How successful are you really if you can't even feel it in yourself? If you don't even feel like you belong to be there, if you don't feel like you deserved what you got, if you don't feel good enough, if you don't feel like you're proud of where you are and how you got there, what's the point of having everything if you feel so empty inside? We have to get through our heads that we can always do better. We can always do better. We can always look better. We could always have more money. I mean, the list goes on. You could always be more and have more. And it is at a point fantastic to know that you can keep growing and you can keep progressing forward, and that there's always something that you can step up to the plate with, and you can always do a little bit more. And that is a great thing about life, is that you can always strive for more. But the problem is knowing where you are and not enjoying the process of it. Comparing your life's path to the person right next to you when they're completely different, and they're supposed to be different. If you are focused on one thing to equal your happiness, and let's say winning an award, and you put all your success based on that, you can't just start from ground zero and in a day win the Oscar. You wouldn't even feel like you deserved it. It wouldn't feel like you deserved it if you didn't put in all the hard work that goes behind it. Enjoying the process to getting that goal is so much more fulfilling than getting it and handed to you. It's being able to look around you and just acknowledge what's around you instead of comparing what's around you. It's not a race. Life can't be measured in an object. Your happiness cannot be measured in any of those stuff. Looking at other people and how they live their life, how they look, how much money they have is so surface level. You don't know how they feel inside. So something that comes to mind is the song Vienna by Billy Joel. Like, slow down. Stop and look at the roses. Stop and look around what is right around you right here, right now. It's great to know that you can always be better. It is so vital to be content and happy in right now and to be proud of yourself to where you are and where you're heading. That's the secret key to being successful, to be happy. The whole point of being alive is to be alive. You're not supposed to struggle every day until, oh, one day I get that award. And then what happens if your whole life alters and changes and your course goes in a different direction and then you'll never be happy because you'll never get that? That's not the way to live life. No one's life should look the same. There is truly no cookie cutter way to live a life. So stop comparing your life to a completely different entity. Because the person next to you is a totally different, I mean, they might as well be a strawberry. You can't compare your life to a strawberry, can you? No, that's what I thought. You can't do it. So don't do it. There's no right way, there is no wrong way to live your life. The only wrong way is to go after things that don't even make you feel fulfilled inside. I've talked about this with so many different people. Self-image, constantly comparing yourself to another person. Number one, it's really cliche. Everyone is beautiful in their own way. You cannot compare a sunset to a mountain. I mean, they are both absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. Like, I can't compare myself to Zendaya. I'm never gonna be Zendaya. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's never gonna be me. You cannot compare yourself to things that are just not even comparable. Also, people shouldn't all look the same. That's like the beauty in life, is that we all are unique in our own way. We all have something that is different from another. We all have strengths in different areas. I have different strengths than the person next to me, and that person has different strengths than me. I think that's what makes life. And if we're looking surface level at what people look like, I can tell you, I don't think I've ever met a person, I don't care how perfect they look on the outside, has never felt an insecurity. We all feel it. It is so perfectly human and normal. The person that you are staring and gawking at and you're like, God, I wish I looked like that. I'm telling you, they feel the same and they're doing that to somebody else. Maybe even to you. It so comes down to how you feel inside, because you might achieve that one insecurity. Oh, when I get a nose job, when I got lip filler, I'm gonna conquer the world, you watch out. Like, okay girl, if I slay, I guess. But then they do it and they're like, okay, but like, when I get a BBL, then it's over for you bitches. And then they do it. Okay, well, when I get my facelift, it's over for you. And then it just, whatever, the list and the cycle keeps continuing on and on and on and on. It's so much deeper than one insecurity. It's not, oh, this one thing is what's making me feel insecure. It's so much deeper than that. Even when you get what you think you wanted, you can still do better. You can still change something else. There's still another insecurity waiting right there, right when you finish. So it's finding that deeper sense of what's not making you feel incomplete. What's really happening inside. Finding that beauty with what you do have already. And I'm not saying you can't go get your nose job and then feel like a great person. Like, girl, I get it. I had really bad acne and Accutane changed my fucking life and I would do it over and over and over and over again. And also, if you want an acne video, I can post it. But I've been there. I've been there and I'll get to it. And I remember I was like, oh, once I get rid of this acne, like, watch out, like, it's over. It's over for you. And then of course I could find something else and be like, oh, when I do this, it's over for you. And then I'm like, hold on. What am I doing here? Because something's not adding up. It's really finding that deeper thing inside of you. Also, things are so surface level when you look at an outside appearance. You have no idea the struggles that person is going through. Yes, she might have really beautiful hair, but she has a horrible family life. Oh, but she has an amazing body. Okay, well, she's never felt good a day in her life. Oh, but she has the fattest badonkey donk. And it's so nice, but she's never actually felt loved. You can't compare. Oh, my dad said something. If you're surrounded by a bunch of random strangers, friends, you're all in a circle, you all tell each other what you've been through, all your struggles, and if you had the chance to switch lives with another person in that room, you would all leave with your own life. Because you finally understand, oh wow, I wouldn't want that life anymore. Oh, I wouldn't really want to be like that. You know what? Maybe my life is not as bad as I thought it was. Maybe I'm doing pretty okay. It's funny because it's all perspective. It's all how you choose to perceive things around you. The beauty is finding perfection in what you have. Strive to be the best version of yourself. And that is the most that you can do. I also like to think of, what do I even want to attract in my life? If I find that my self-appearance is the most important thing, then I'm subconsciously attracting people that are also going to find self-image and beauty what makes me worthy. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be surrounded by people who do value that and who solely look at that and determine whether or not I deserve worth. That's not who I want to be surrounded with. That's not my type of people. And so then I have to clock in, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, I don't want to be attracting people who care about this so deeply. That's not who I am. What you focus on attracts in your own life, so be careful with what makes you feel worthy. You are beautiful. Find a style that makes you shine. My style is not my best friend's style, and her style is not mine. She is she's so beautiful. And I know if I were to dress like her, I wouldn't feel my most confident self. And if she were to dress like me, she would not feel her most confident self either. But we both find our ways to shine in our own different lights. You have to find yourself and you'll start to glow and become more attractive. Once you let go of trying to look like someone else or follow a trend that isn't you, you become the main character of your own life. People start getting inspired by you. Comparison is also a tactic that'll set you back. If you see comparison as competition, you will always lose. You can only change what you can control. If you lose sight of what you bring to the table, you'll feel hopeless and jealous. So comparison can be utilized as a motivational tool only if your perspective sees other people's accomplishments as motivation. Look at it as, if they can do it, I can do it. Everyone is given different life cards when entering this world. It is our choice to understand the cards that we were dealt and how to play to win. You weren't born with another person's life card and you can't grab them, so there's no point in comparing what cannot be changed. Realize what you have so you can thrive and be the best version of yourself. Put on tunnel vision and just solely focus on you. That's the most important thing out of all this. You can only focus on yourself. If you sit in a corner and you start comparing your life to people on social media, don't get me started with social media, but I'm gonna get started. People are posting their highlight reels. People are not posting their problems. Majority, there are some, but majority of people are posting their highlight reels. They're posting the best lighting that they got in that photo. They took 1,000 photos and only one of them they were okay with, and maybe they even edited it. Maybe they changed the lighting of it. They altered it. They put in what makes them look the best and what they want to present to other people. People in a relationship that you look up online, oh my God, they're so cute. Oh, I wish I was like them. You don't know what they're going through. They're not posting their fights. They're not posting what just happened 5 minutes ago. You don't know the backstory of it. And so many times, and I think we all are aware of this, like we're all aware that social media is fake, but I just think that we still get caught up in believing what we're looking at and to take it as that's the reality of the situation when it's just not. Stop comparing yourself to other people. It's just not doing anyone good. It's not doing yourself any justice and not doing them justice, and it's really just gonna keep setting you back. So I'm just gonna wrap up with this. This is something that I loved hearing, and it's Matthew McConaughey's speech that he gave winning an award. So I'm just gonna read it because it's inspired me and I love it. When I was 15 years old, I had a very important person in my life come up to me and say, "Who's your hero?" I said, "I don't know. I gotta think about that. Give me a couple of weeks." I come back 2 weeks later, this person comes up and says, "Who's your hero?" I said, "I thought about it. You know who it is? It's me in 10 years. So I turned 25. 10 years later, the same person comes to me and says, "So, are you a hero?" And I was like, not even close. She said, "Why?" I said, "Because my hero is me at 35. So you see, every day, every week, every month, and every year of my life, my hero is always 10 years away. I'm never gonna be my hero. I'm not gonna attain that. I know I'm not, and that's just fine with me because that keeps me with somebody to keep on chasing." So to any of us, whatever those things are, whatever it is that we look up to, whatever it is that we look forward to, And whoever it is we're chasing, to that I say amen. All right, all right, all right. And to that, just keep living. Just focus on you and what you can control, because that's the most that you can do. And just remember, we're all a little speck on space in an earth. Okay, we're all a little speck. Nothing is that deep. Nothing is that deep. Go romanticize your life. Go zone out the world for a second and just breathe. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be all right. We're all gonna be okay. Do what makes you happy. Sometimes you just have to focus on the right now. Stop looking at the future. Stop looking at your past. Focus on what is here and right now. Like, what is happening right in front of you? Is anything attacking you? No. So stop having anxiety. You're not in the future. You're not living in the past. You're right here and right now. So start focusing on that. Stop looking at other people. They're living a different life than you. Nobody's on the same path as you. They shouldn't be. That's the beauty of life. Stop looking at other people. They might be at their highest, most successful self. When you're looking at them, in 5 years, they are rock bottom. And then you spend all this time comparing yourself to this person, not feeling good enough, and you didn't even want to end up being like them. And I'm not saying that I hope that happens. I might not. They might still be successful after 5 years, but it just doesn't take away from everything that you have. Somebody else's success, beauty does not take away your success and beauty. Everything that you have is what you have. Nobody can take that away except for you. It's your perspective. And you want to surround yourself with people that are like-minded with you. If you start to put value on things that you wouldn't want to be around people that do put value on, stop putting value on it. Stop making yourself feel worthy by those things. Because then you're going to start to attract the people that do care about that. And if you don't want to be surrounded by those people, stop putting yourself in a position to attract those people. Stop putting on a show that compromises your happiness for other people. Stop looking at other people to find what they have and you don't. You're never gonna find what you want. Life is gonna work in your favor. The universe wants you to succeed. Anyway, I love you guys. And I will see you in the next episode. And hopefully it is my LA vlog. All right, bye.